All right, we're back. Daily, are you in here? Oh man, this is a major fail here. Well, let's see here. We got some picks in here already, right? All right. Well, Daily can't hear shit. No picks yet. All right. Well, I'm on the radio by myself, and it's really hard to just sit here and talk to you guys on the radio by myself here. So try to get some more music and.
Hey, Tiz, are you there?
Yay! All right. Finally.
It's evil.
All right, Evil, you're in here finally. So we got the draft tonight. What do you think so far? I think I've made a major failure here by myself.
No fails, just delays. That's all I gotta say. I'm getting back in because evidently my whole Skype failed on my other laptop. I had to run and get the other one. I don't know if there's been any picks yet. I'm just logging on to Moose on Ice. So as soon as I get that going, can you tell if there's any picks?
There's no picks yet. There we go. Well, pick one. Bills is on the clock right now. They started the draft here, so nothing yet. But I'm trying to bring in Jason Blaze here too. So we'll see. We'll have a whole bunch of people going in.
Okay, now I got it up. Okay. Yeah, well, who do you think is going to be going first pick?
I think Herds is going first because Bills forgot to put it in the draft bot, and he says pick Herds, but it's not coming up on the chat here.
Oh, there it is. Yes, I see it. Well, evidently, we're not the only one failing tonight. It's kind of a failed attempt with the holiday season coming around. Everybody's a little jumbled, but it seems like Herx is going to be the number one pick, unless he's just baiting us with a fake fail.
Well, it's either that or it's going to be another shovel chin in there. That's for sure.
Blaze is all up on this shovel chin connection thing going. I personally don't know how many shovel chins there are, but I don't know if you can fill a team with all of them going that, I know a lot of them are good players. I don't know if they can get them that many on a team going into 5th and 6th round unless they trade for them.
Look at that. Bills takes Herds for sure, but Timeless takes Hatemaker for 2nd pick overall. What do you guys think about that, guys?
Both picks are really good. Herds was struggling there over on Olli Jokinen and Hatemaker is a guy he can really build a team around. He just he's a captain right off the bat. I know Timeless, he's a quiet guy. Hatemaker's like the complete opposite, and he'll run that team. So good pick by Hatemaker, good pick by Timeless, and now we got Fierce taking NJ Ski, and Sanias was right on that one with his mock draft. Ski going to Fierce, guys.
Yo, hey, can you guys hear me?
Ski going to Fierce.
Yes, good.
All right, good. I was having some technical difficulty, but it looks like I'm all right now. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these picks, these are safe picks. As Taz goes and takes Kuzi 87, that just happened as well with JJ on the clock. But you got to remember, with these early picks, a lot of responsibility comes with these picks because these captains don't necessarily get to pick again for a long time. So a lot of the offensive weight, especially on these forwards, they tend to have to take on a little bit more of a workload. Seeing as you never know who could be playing next to them because there's such a big gap in between picks.
Yeah, now we got Kuzi going to Taz here, guys. Another good pick. What do you think? Go ahead.
There's definitely surprises yet so far. Go ahead there.
Yeah, no, I mean it's this. I think JJ's who has the next pick is the first defenseman picking. I mean, I see Hatemaker went, iFears took NJ Ski, Taz took Kuzi, and JJ's got to take a goalie or a forward next. But so far the picks haven't been too much of a surprise. Yeah,
I know, especially last season, there was a lot of crazy stretch picks last year that that just had me scratching my head when we were doing the show. I was like, oh my God, what is happening? But JJ actually just takes a forward as suspected in Cam I Am, and then that's another good pick. These are all quality forwards, so you can't go wrong with any of these picks. And Duke on the clock. Duke took me because we have a gay romance. So he took me. I'm playing D this year for him. Right after that, Legion takes Sacred Silence. Man, this first round is moving so quick. Sacred took a whole year off, come back. I mean, he's still an elite forward to me, in my opinion, especially at center. He's a good two-way centerman. So that's a good pick for Legion. So hopefully he can build around Sacred. He's got 2 in the first round, but then he won't pick again for a while. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. What do you think, Al?
I don't know. Like Daly, I thought Duke should have traded down. I think he could have got you later on, but Sacred going to Legion. Sacred is an elite forward, and he hasn't been on any real good teams as of late. But Legion and Sacred, they've been around together for a long time. I think they'll have some good chemistry. Evil.
Well, I don't know if you guys see this, but it looks like the next pick is actually Eric. Eric looks like the first goes ahead of a lot of people.
First defenseman getting picked here for Sober.
No, I'm playing D only.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I was going to say that. I realized what I was saying. Yeah, no, Eric is going first round ahead of guys that I picked, which is kind of a surprise to me in a way, but not. I mean, Eric, don't get me wrong, Eric is a good defenseman, but I thought he'd go a little bit later.
And now we got Ice Cream Truck after that, guys. Well, first we had some the forwards, now we got the defensemen going back to back.
And this, this kind of, I don't want to say, well, yeah, I guess it does surprise me. Ice Cream Truck's a good player. I played for the Dog Pound last year. He's a good talent. As far as going in the first round, I don't know. I just still think that he has a lot to prove. Not to say that he can't be a consistent first round pick. He definitely has the skill set. I just want to, I want to see a little bit more before I start going that early. But in Legion's defense, he doesn't pick again for a while. So if Ice Cream Truck is a guy that he really, really wanted on his team and didn't think would be around for his next pick, I can't really hate on the guy for making the pick.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I think there's a lot of good defensemen early on, and it's kind of like a potluck towards the end. So maybe these guys. They saw how much defense meant in the league last season, and they're going to defense here.
My surprise is, has any goalie been picked yet? I mean, I know Bills who is a goalie, but has anybody picked a goaltender yet?
Goalies don't typically get picked until second round, even late second round. So
and Bills is actually playing forward this year. That's inside tip. So him and Hergs are going to be playing forward together. I know that they've been playing a lot of forward together. They actually have really good chemistry. So the pick doesn't surprise me. So it'll be interesting to see what Bills does the rest of the way there. Also, King just took Viva La Vida. Viva coming back to the league. Good buddy of mine, love Viva. So we'll see if he can shake off the rust and come out strong. What do you think about that there, Jason Blaze?
Yeah, man, he's always a solid player there. I believe he took some of last season off there. Welcome back, Viva. And, let's see how you make an impact this season. Also, in terms of the goalie situation there, I'm very surprised right now because goaltending, it's starting to diminish. And you got to figure there's a shortage last season. The captains aren't smartening up. Some of them are goalies in their own right. I expect them to play other positions. But, some of these captains, they just got to get through their head. They need a goalie ASAP.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of good goalies out there, but I don't think there's a captain out here that wants to be the last person to pick a goalie. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But it's I love Viva La Vida. I think he's in a band and his band got signed. If I remember correctly on the forum. Anybody remember that?
Yeah, I remember he got
doing a lot more gigs. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he signed to with a deal with like a production company that basically gets them gigs around where he is, and even further outreaching than he could on his own. So, but now he's coming back, and he's a first-round pick, and that's well deserved.
All right. Well, Farrer's on the clock right now. We had some quick picks here, but Now it looks like Farrah can't make up his mind.
No, I think the draft was paused.
Oh, is it paused right now?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as far as it's not the second round. I think it's the 11th pick of the first. I think that's wrong. I believe I don't know what's going on, but I mean, yeah,
right
Duke is
that.
fixing that. Duke's fixing it right now and swearing at me on Skype. So he's working that out at the current moment. But this is a big thing for Fair. Fair's another guy. I think he has intentions of playing forward this year. I really don't think that he wants to play goalie. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to guess that he's definitely going forward with this pick, and I'm pretty sure he picks again shortly thereafter at 14. It'll be interesting to see what happens up. Fair takes D-Mart. Whoever called the shovel chin out, that was a good call because he just went that route. I definitely think Fair is going to be taking a D-man on the back, though. You could see a guy like Collison go at that spot, too, fairly early, so we'll see what happens. But what do you guys think about D-Mart at 11? I'm actually surprised that he fell this far, to be honest with you.
I really like D-Mart. I think he is a top 5 pick, in my opinion. And Farrah really got a good deal here. Hi, my name is Ed. Is on the clock. So we got the whole draft bot working, and Duke is doing a good job. So Jason, what do you think about that, D-Mart? All right.
He's a solid pick. Well, I'm wondering if number 1 pick there, Mr. Bills there, if he's going to try to go after Fair for D-Mart there and try to bring the whole Shovelchin family to his team there. It's going to be curious throughout the season if that's going to be a factor, if that's why Fair took D-Mart as trade bait for Bills' team, or if he got him to be a reliable player for his team there.
Well, we just had a couple picks drop. Ed with the 2 picks on the wrap on the back end takes Mello. Mello also took a season off last year. Glad to see him back. He's a good face in the league, and he's always fun to be in a party with, and he definitely keeps things interesting. And then followed by Stealth Luka D, who, I'm happy to see this guy go a little bit earlier this year. He drops every single year, and he's probably top 3 two-way centerman in the league. So really happy to see him go. And then followed right by Collison, who just said too long ago that I was going to go at this for Fair. What do you guys think about this pick, Evil? What do you think about Ed's 2 picks and then Fair going with Collison?
Well, the good part about having picks late in the first and early in the second is, you can really get 2 players that match each other well. Now, I mean, going with Stealth Luka D and Mello, I mean, both with defensive aspects of their game, I mean, there's 2 ways you can draft a team. Either you can draft a shutdown team or you can draft a high-scoring team. And it looks like he's going for a little more of a shutdown-type team, which can work in this league.
Yeah, I mean, D-Mart's team, Super Smash Brothers, is with Juiced Up and Evil and Superstar. I mean, that was a really good team with high defense, and they did very well last season. So, what do you think about that team? You guys were one of the best defensive teams.
Yeah, I mean, we had a shutdown part to our game. We had me and Juiced on back end with Superstar 500 in goal. We had D-Mart and Justin and Nate, what up front, and Justin and what are pretty good defensive 2-way players up front and can score. So we did pretty good. I mean, we had the lowest shots against and the lowest goals against. So you can do that. And speaking of Superstar 500, looks like he was just picked by Jay Zamorsky.
And Lubunsky is going to Drift King, so Drift King getting some good picks there. What do you think, Daly?
Well, I definitely, I was, a couple of years ago when I had playing with Superstar on the blogs. He's a great goaltender. Like I said, I don't know if you guys watched the pre-show, but in the Connect interview, I said that him and Bills, in my opinion, are top 2 goalies in the league, and deserving to go. We're seeing these elite goalies. We're perennially. I definitely just watch that, but often than not, goalies go in the 3rd round in the move. You stack up on the forwards and maybe a good D-man in the early rounds, but Superstar made a living going in the 2nd round. So, it's it doesn't surprise me one bit. I'm happy to see you go. As far as Lebunski, another good two-way player, a guy that gets overlooked a lot, but the last 2 years he got early, so a little bit more responsibility with those picks. So a lot of the workload is being forced on him. What do you think, Evil?
Yeah, I mean, I had Superstar behind me last year. We were talking about Superstar, right? I had him behind me last year in goal, and he can save and steal a game like not many people I've ever seen before. So I think he's the first goalie picked, and it's a lot of responsibility, but it can be done, and he can do it. He's a guy to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's voted one of the best goalies in the league. So I mean, if not the best goalie in the league. So that's a good pick there. Now we got was it Sober up next? Yep, he's on the
Sober.
clock.
Yeah, Sober took Justin Kay, another good two-way centerman, and Zamorsky takes W.G. Phil, who's also a good two-way centerman. You're seeing these good two-way players are being taken much more frequently in the early rounds because the two-way players are so crucial. You want guys that are going to help your D-men, and you want guys that are going to protect your goalie. So, both of those picks, Justin and Phil, especially where the round and the pick that they're getting them, I think both those picks are of great value. So I really like both those picks by Sober and Jay Zamorsky. What do you think, Tizzy?
I think Justin maybe a little bit too early, but I like W.G. Phil a lot, and his team did very well and went to the playoffs last season. So. And Jay Zamorsky knows that, so he got him. Jay Zamorsky putting together a really good team. I think he had a couple early picks there, and we'll see. I don't think we're going to see from him for a while now.
That's the only chance you take trading up to that, man, is you build a good team with your first few picks, but after that, man, it could put a gap in your team. I've seen some teams with not such big name players but well drafted and go really far, so that's a gamble. I mean, I will not question captains like Jay-Z in that because as has proven he's always got an ace up his sleeve, but that's a dangerous move. I want to see if he can pull it off.
Yeah, he won the cup that way. I mean, he took Drift King and Stealth Luca early on, and then after that, it was BC Soft and Seelig and Meet the Assassin he got late. So I think those guys who came up late really helped him out. We'll see if he can do that again this season. And JJ picking up Johnny 5. I don't know how Johnny 5 got down this late, guys. What do you think, Daly?
Well, I don't really know either how he fell this far. I know that he plays a very unique style, so it can be hard to adapt to. However, him and Cam, I believe, have had success in the past as far as playing together. So the fact that him and Cam are being reunited, not to mention you got JJ on the back end, who's arguably one of the best defensemen in the league, I think that could be a really good, early on looking at it just on paper, that seems like a very, very solid team right off the jump. So what do you think, Evil?
I know JJ, he was my captain one year, a couple seasons ago, and he's one of the most cerebral players in the league. Not is he a really, really, really good defenseman, but he's a cerebral captain. He may be a little quiet sometimes, but he knows what he's got to do. And I think he's had a plan since he announced his captaincy. He wanted to be a captain. Dangerous, just dangerous. Tiz, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe he got those picks and put them together. And I think right off the bat, he's going to be one of the toughest teams in the league now. And now he's taking Valcor on the left side defenseman there. So
I mean that's a team right now. He is a team to beat. I mean, you have Valcor, who's been a proven left D-man in this league year in and year out. You got JJ, who's a proven right D-man. Like I just said, one of the top in the league. And then you got Johnny 5 and Cam I am up front. That has the makings of a really, really good starting four. So, it'll be interesting to see if JJ has an ace in, up his sleeve, see what he does in the later rounds. But to me, that's the team to beat right off the jump.
Now we got Chaz taking all juiced up, a very solid pick there, and a cool fumble going to IR Fears. So what do you think, Evil?
I know all juiced up very well. He was my D partner last year. The guy, I mean, when I first saw him in the league, I thought he was really just an offensive D-man. The guy is true two-way. He can tear it up. With Taz I know can play a good two-way game. He's more offensive, but he's got a good two-way. And Cool Fumble, I played with him for like one series a couple seasons ago. But with IR Fears, again, another smart hockey guy. Cool Fumble, if IR Fears is playing up front, that could be a deadly connection.
Yep, and then Timeless taking what I consider to be one of my steals of the draft last year was Courageous Cuddy. People gave me a lot of crap for taking him early in my draft, but I mean, he's a great D-man. He's really good in one-on-one, and as you guys saw last year, his offensive ability is really good as well. He always seems to be in the right place, making the right play. So Timeless is going to have a lot of fun with Cuddy over there on his team. So I'm happy to see him go there. But Bills is on the clock too. But what do you guys think about Cuddy going? You know, he had that last year was like his coming out party for sure. He had that breakout season offensively. Do you guys think he can have another season like he did last?
It's quite possible. I think there's a lot of defensemen out here that are really underrated, and you have Cuddy here who just who went to a team who really knows his talent and knows that he can shoot, and he got a lot of points for that, and he rewarded his forwards, greatly with that. So, just forwards out there, pass it to your defensemen, give them some confidence, and make them shoot, and they'll reward you sometimes. I think Cuddy is just one of those people who just really can tear it up offensively. What do you think, Evil?
Cuddy was actually the first captain to draft me the first season of the AHL, and we made it to the finals. And he's going with Timeless. I mean, I know Timeless plays a lot like I do, where he's a defensive D-man. He's got some offense to his game, but he's more defensive. And Cuddy with a more offensive game, that could be a really good matchup in the back end as long as they play it right. If they get caught, they can get caught pretty bad. I've talked to Cuddy a lot of times about his defensive game. He's good, and he's good one-on-one, but sometimes he gets a little too jumpy going up, but he's still really good D-man, definitely a top pick. I'm surprised he fell this far.
All right, Bill's taking up McGilla 72 there. McGilla, a really solid defenseman. And then, hi, my name is Ed, taking Meet the Assassin, who was the cup winner from last season, played really well for his team. Both really good players, Daly.
Yeah, and, Meet the Assassin's another guy that you throw in that top 5 goaltender, for the last couple games, NHL 12, 11, 10. He seems to always be one of the elites, especially in this league. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't know what Ed's going to do. I don't know if Melo's playing forward or if he's playing D. But Ed was another guy on my team last year, had a great season. He's really good defensively, and he's good at moving the puck. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I like that fit there. And then I also McGilla, the Bills team. I played with McGilla a couple seasons ago as well. He's a really good stay-at-home D-man. He's pretty good with the puck as well. So I like both of those picks, especially in this round.
All right, Timeless taking up Flexible Pancake, and the Flexible Pancake, he's just a beast in that, man. I really like him. I know he does all these cat sounds and all this cat stuff, but he's a really good goalie. And then Farrah taking up Marty McFly there. So that's another great pick there. Good forward veteran in the league. What do you think about that, Evil?
I starting to see a run on goaltenders here. You got Meet the Assassin and Flexible Pancake going next. Both goaltenders I play with, both great. I play with Pancake out of the Moose, and he was really good. He's arguably one of the top 3 goaltenders in this league, coming in by storm. MTA, he won a championship. He's been solid a whole through his career. And with Marty McFly going to Farrah, it's going pretty good. I'm not really seeing many team fails yet. It's going pretty good for a lot of people. There's a lot. The talent has been spread differently in the MHL now with NHL 12 coming out. You know what I mean? It's starting to become a different league, and it's becoming more competitive through and through.
Well, you got the Martin brother too. Well, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, I was just going to say D-Mark got his wish. He said that they're a package. The Martin brothers are a package, and he got his wish. So good luck to him. Go ahead, Daly.
Well, Fair, is definitely going with the shovel chin flow. They got 4 shovel chins on that team already, with Fair, DeMart, Marty, and Colleton. So that's definitely we'll see how that plays out. But there's chemistry already there, so those guys should be able to jump right into it. That's another team that I like off the jump as well.
Yeah, Taz is now on the clock. Taz doing everybody. I agree with you guys. I think everybody's picking really well. And we saw some of the goalies go, and here's another one. Left Clayton, 1, 2, 3. A new goalie this season to the MHL. Oh, no. Was he here last season?
Yeah.
I'm all messed up.
No. I think he was. He's been around for a couple of seasons, I do believe. But I think last season he was in the AHL.
Okay. Yeah, I could have swore he was in the MHL, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, he's a really solid goalie. I've seen him play, not in the MHL, but just playing around the club and this and that. And he's a really solid goalie. Good pick by Taz there. And we've had a run in goalies there. We've had a lot of good goalies go, and we kind of see a slowdown. Starting before everything was going really fast, and now it's kind of people are kind of struggling for their picks daily.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting into the deeper part of the draft here, and different things are coming into play. So this is where you get those core guys, those that third forward or that second D-man. So a little bit more thought in these picks. Not sure that guys are right fit. So if you're looking to play, a run and gun style where everything's quick through the neutral zone, you're not going to want to grab a guy who's more of a cycle player or something like that. So this is where all that scouting and all that work in the off season really, really comes into play. So it'll be interesting to see what some of these captains do here. Like I said, a lot of these captains, 2 teams that I can think of already have solid 4s. So we'll see what happens, but it'll be interesting to see. What do you think? What do you think, Evil?
Well, here's my question: who are the surprises that haven't gone so far? I mean, I'm looking at the draft, and it seems like a lot of players haven't gone yet. I mean, I know a lot of guys are switching positions. Like I know Global's going to D and all that, but there's a lot of people I don't see going now, and I'm wondering when they're going.
Yeah, I mean, Duke.
I just see.
Tackle dummy. I mean, he's a really good goalie. Played with me. Went to the finals last season. So a really good pick by Duke there. And it's you got Daly, you got Duke, and now you got a goalie. So you got the 3 key positions there: forward, defenseman, and goalie. So we'll see how you guys go. Now you got Agent J. Going on that team too. What do you think of Agent, Daly?
Well, I know that him and Duke especially they play really well together. That cycle style. They move the puck, they keep it in the corners, and I'm not playing forward this year, so it's me and Duke are together, but it's not it's not the same situation. But Agent plays a lot like I do, so I think that it's going to be an easy adjustment for both of those guys. Especially going forward. So I like the pick of AJ. He's a solid 2-way player at that center spot. So I'm happy that he's on the team, as well as tackle dummy. I've played against tackle so many times, and I've never gotten the privilege of playing his team. So this is a year where we're all on the same team now.
And Frosty Nightmare going to Jay Zamorsky. I honestly, I thought Frosty would go sooner. I know he has a lot of eligibility issues, and sometimes he doesn't make it to games and this and that. So maybe that's why he went down this low. But he's a really good talent if he can play the whole season. And now Sober taking My Little Pony, fantastic MAHL player last season, had a great year. And now he's getting rewarded going number 8 here in the third round, Evil.
Yeah, I mean, I played a couple of games with him. He's a really good goaltender, but one of the breakout stars in goaltending from the AHL this past year. He definitely deserves it. I mean, with being a third-round pick in your first year in the MHL, that's pretty good. That's saying a lot about your talent, I think. And back a little bit about Frosty. I've played a few seasons with him. I know he's got some weird availability issues sometimes. That's maybe what hurt his draft stock. So so far it's I think for us, when he does play, he's one of the tops, but that availability thing hurts him.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be scary if they're together, him and Jay Zamorsky on the same team, and then you got the defense and the goalies too. So we'll see what's going on. Jay Zamorsky on the clock again. Seems like he's getting a lot of early picks. He must have made a trade. What do you think? Oh, here we go. Octizzy going to Jason Morsky's team.
Uh-oh. What are you playing this year, Tiz?
Well, I got to talk to my captain. We'll see. I'm a D-man and a goalie, so we'll see. I'll talk to Jay-Z, and we'll see what's going on there.
Where's he throwing you out there for trade bait for a utility player?
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing goalie and D-man, so any team that maybe doesn't get a goalie later on, maybe he'll trade me. I don't know, but I'm really glad to go this early on, and I'm happy to be on that team. I think they're stacked, so we'll see what happens.
Congratulations.
Yep, thanks.
Wow, it's I've noticed we were going pretty fast, and now we're starting to slow down, like you said, man. It looks like a lot of captains are reassessing what they've drafted and what's still out there, seeing what positions they can fill. This is where it starts to get tight, and you have to see where the captains, if they really are good drafters, or they're fails. I don't think Legion's had another pick yet, has he?
Yeah, it's been.
No, he hasn't. It's been a while.
It's been crazy, yeah.
Ooh. Legion setting up for another fail?
Well, I don't know. That's kind of what I touched about earlier. Like, the year that I was on Legion's team, he had 2 first-round picks. He took NJC and, who did he take? I forget who it was. I don't even remember. But, Kuchiwali. That's who it was. Thank you, Duke. And I'm not a dumbass, but thank you. So he took Kuchiwali, and, then he didn't pick again for a long while, and you saw the gap there. It was hard, man. You pick that 2 guys, you got 3 out of your 6, and then you have to sit there for 35, 40 picks as you watch all these other players go, and it's so frustrating because you're like, man, I really wanted that guy or I wanted this guy, and it definitely sucks. So hopefully he has a plan, but we'll see what happens. So Drift King's still on the clock here. This is a big pick, I guess. So it's been about 2 minutes plus here. So hopefully Drift King, he's got a plan. He's hopefully got a plan. But if looking at it now, I mean, I'm sticking with my guns. JJ's team seems to be the team to be right now as far as the forward setup that he has and the defense setup. What do you guys think? Would you agree that JJ's team right now is the team to beat, or is there someone else out there that you think is drafted better right now?
I'm going with you. I'm thinking JJ's got one of the better all-around teams. I don't think he hasn't picked a goaltender yet, so that's where my question mark comes in. But with JJ and Valcor on the back end, you don't need a great goaltender. You just need a good goaltender. So I think JJ's up there, and Jay-Z's team looks like it's going to be one to touch too. They're both good teams.
Yeah, I really don't see a bad team right now in this league. So it's going to be a tough season. We'll see. It's really going to come down to who gets what later picks and if they really like what they get.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys trying to sell themselves right here in the chat room, on the in the Musa Nice chat room. A lot of people trying to sell themselves and say, "Hey, pick me." It looks like. But this pick has taken a little while, and it's captains. The best thing you can do is number all the people you see, and then that way, if someone gets picked, you just go down the line. I'm not going to say it's a fail yet on the draft pick, but it's taken some time. There might be some confusion here on what to do. Oh wait, I think I just see it. Drift King takes Derek GNR. Oh,
he's a really solid defenseman, man. I played a club with him all the time. And he's just a really solid defenseman, and he has a one-time shot too. So don't ignore him on the point there. So a really solid pick, Daly.
Yeah, and we played against Derek. Disney, I mean, last year we went on that like crazy 15-game winning streak, and we played against Derek, and he was super shut down. I really liked what I saw out of him. That was really the first look that I had of him. He was a waiver guy of mine in season 10 for the Plus. I used him for goalie call-up, but I never used him for D. So it was interesting to see him come out and play like that. He was great, and a big reason that that team went all the way. So I like the pick here by Drift King, trying to regain some of the Disney magic from last year, I guess we'll say, to be cliche and gay. So I'll go with that one, I guess, right there. But Sovi IR Fierce takes BC Soft 10, another good defenseman from that Disney team. And so, I mean, that's funny. It's the Disney magic. Apparently, IR Fierce wants to get on that as well. What do you think there, Evil?
I've played with BC Soft. I know he's a really good defenseman. He's got a good two-way to his game. IR Fierce is playing he's looks like he's trying to be the type of captain like JJ, very cerebral type player. He's not picking the best, but he's picking the greats. So, BC Soft is a very solid pick. I know he plays with his character used to play with the name Brian Leach, and he's got a similar game style. That's a good pick. What do you got, Tiz?
Yeah, I mean, I played against him, and he is definitely a solid defenseman, and it looks like the partners are getting picked. Derek and BC, and now we got Slightly Lit going to Hi, my name is Ed, and Slightly a name that you've seen in the first round before. So and now he's dropping all the way down to the third round. So almost fourth round. So it's kind of a fall there for Slightly Lit, don't you think, Daly?
Yeah, and it's funny because the last time I played with Slightly was my rookie season. Him and I were on Thrust Fund Babies together, and he was fun to play with. He's a good guy, good locker room guy. Was always drinking, having a good time. So he was always a fun guy to be in the party. But as far as his skill too, I mean, he's a good player, and I think last year he went like the late first or early second. He went fairly early last year, so to see him drop this far was kind of interesting. But that's a pretty good value pick for where Ed got him at.
And another crazy late pick, St. Pone going in the fourth round to Bills. Another guy who's I think it was in the first round last season. Evil, what do you think about that?
I know saying he's a funny kid. He's got things going for him, but sometimes he can cause a little bit. He's towing a trailer of a little bit of emo behind him coming in. He's a good player if you can fit his style, and he can carry a team sometimes. So with all that combined, he's got good skill, but with all the other things surrounding him, I think he went a little later than expected, but still a pretty decent time to pick.
Yeah, availability is always an issue with Sainties as well, so you have to take that into consideration every year. I think this is the first year where he's actually had really, really, really good availability, where I think he's only missing one day throughout the week, which I believe is Mondays if I remember reading. So with his wide open availability and him being able to maximize his game, hopefully his captain, refuses Mondays. But hopefully we can see Sainties, have that year that puts him up in the elite category. So I think that this pick, especially where he got him, is absolutely amazing. I mean, that's a really good steal. And then you see our fears to Big Rick, XZVV, XZ. They're a good player. He's a good fill guy. Likes to hang out in front of the net and clean up the garbage. So I think that could be a good fit there for Fears' team. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I think Rick was a good pick for him. I think I see what IR Fear's strategy is for the draft. It's trying to pick better all-around players, so there's a lot of good coverage. And Rick, he could definitely clean up some garbage in the front. That was a good pick. That was kind of a late steal, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he played with Olli Jokinen last season with Eric, and played pretty well there. And now he's going to Fears, so we'll see what happens there. And Drift King is on the clock here. I think it's time for him to take a defenseman or goalie here, right? What was his earlier picks there?
Actually, I don't even remember.
Yeah, he's got Labunski's there, and
yes.
Lavita. and Derek GNR. So maybe we'll see Drift going net this season. That'd be something to see, right?
It's nothing out of the weird. I mean, didn't he go in season for Revenge of the Fallen, going net?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, they got Viva La Vida and Lebunski's. I'm sure they can handle the offense, so maybe he'll be going to net. What do you think, Daly?
I think that after Drift's point total last year and how good he is on board, I don't think that he's gonna make that change. He was playing with Jay Zamorsky last year, who to me is one of the best setup men in the Moose. He's so good at getting the puck to his goal scorers. So, I mean, I don't think that Drift's going to have anywhere near as good a season as he did last year. No disrespect to anybody on his team or even Drift for that matter. But I think the point total is going to dip a little bit. But still, he could have a good year. But I really don't foresee him playing that this season, especially after last season's success.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he had 100 assists or 150 whatever points. So, he's crazy numbers offensively.
Yeah, and still waiting on Drift. Drift seems to be the slow one of the draft. Each pick is averaging about over 3 minutes plus right now. So, but I don't know. But, I don't know, Al, if you want to plug the call-in number in case anybody wants to call in, give us a ring. I don't have the blog talk up, so I don't know the number.
Yeah, I'll give you guys the call-in number. The 1-646-381-4907, and we got free Skype here too. So I mean, you guys know the Blog Talk Radio site. You just click on Skype, and it's free. So I've been checking the phone lines. Nobody's been calling, so give us a call. If you've been picked, you like your team, you don't like your team. Well, you might get kicked out if you don't like your team, but give us a call and tell us what's going on. So.
Also, I'm monitoring the Draft Talk chat room, so if you guys got a question, you can post it to me there. Or anything you want to say in the air, I'll plug it in here too. I know that you got 3 guys here talking amongst ourselves. We can use some call in and be fun. Like you said, anybody want to talk, or anybody who hasn't been picked yet that wants to state your case. Let's see what you got. Give us a good reason why you should be picked to go to the MHL or before the other rounds are up.
Yeah, definitely agree. And guys, just don't be shy. We're all here sitting around waiting for Drift King to make his fucking pick because he's taking forever. Drift King. Guy definitely has been taking the longest in the draft. So we're sitting here, Drift, we're waiting for you, buddy. We'd love to see your pick at any time. So, wait and see. Ask and you shall receive. 4 minutes and 44 seconds later, Yambag 21 goes to Drift King. Congrats to Yambag. I think Yam's actually playing defense this year. So, it'll be interesting to see. But what do you guys think about Yambag going round 4 to Drift King?
I think it's a good place for him considering how much talent's been taken before, and he's a really good player. Can play wing or play D for you. Very good utility guy to get this late evil.
Yeah, and people will say things about Yambag and all that, and all the personal attacks aside, he's a pretty decent player. I think he's going where he should go in the 4th round. Congrats to Yam getting drafted. I know he wasn't going to AHL. And it looks like Jay-Z is taking Global, who's playing D this season, at the 4th pick, 4th round. All
right, Global, my partner there. He's a really good passer. I haven't seen him play defense that much, but I'm looking forward to it. What do you think, Dylan?
Yeah, Global, I've actually seen him play D a couple of times. He's good. He's gives you another option. He can move the puck from the back end, but he's pretty stay home every time I've played with him. But I'm going to give a shout out here to Taco Sunday and Prodigy via Jason Blaze. So shout out to you guys. Hopefully you guys get drafted to the teams that you want to. So, but sober enough to take special ed. Surprised to see Ed drop this fall. He's a good player. I know that he's had some problems in the past with some of his captains, but hopefully that'll be a good fit for him playing for Sober. He's just a pretty laid-back guy. And then, I know I'm going to botch this, is that Lusner221 going to Legion, who's picked for the first time in about an hour. So It's nice to see Legion up on the board. It's good to see that gamer tag up there. So hopefully, I don't know who Loser is, but hopefully it's one of the sleepers, and you can contribute to that team there. What do you guys think?
I know Usner. He was actually an extra rounds pick for my team last year, the Super Smash Brothers, and because of my availability, he filled in a couple series for me in my position on left D, and I know he was scoring. He had like 2 goals in one game on D, and that's just without being able to build chemistry. He was playing pretty good. I don't think we lost. Maybe he helped us win 1 or 2 of the series that I didn't play. He's a good pick. He's a sneaky pick. He's not well known in the moves, but he's a good pick. Solid.
All right, we got a caller here, guys. Let's get the caller on the air. Hey, caller, you're on the air.
Tizzy, you know what you're doing with that switchboard, buddy?
Nope, I don't know anything.
I'm trying to send you emails. I'm sending you private messages. I call your house if I knew the number. It's Low-End, knucklehead.
Yeah. Well, Lowen was supposed to do the draft show today, but he got kicked out. So what do you got for us, Lowen?
Well, first of all, big shout out to some AHL guys making some noise here early in the draft. My Little Pony, Derek GNR. Real happy to see those guys, get drafted early. That's huge for the AHL. I know that we get a real bad rap with certain guys, but we're playing our butts off down there, and I'm really looking forward to being a captain this year.
All right.
And Tizzy, real quick, I'm getting a bunch of PMs all of a sudden now that I'm on the air. They want me to make you giggle, so I'm going to bring up the fact that you missed about 17 open nets in club games today.
I was playing forward today in the club games, and it wasn't pretty. So I hopefully Jay-Z doesn't put me in front there. So thanks for that. We got another caller caller here. So let me get this caller on here real quick.
Yeah,
caller,
look for me on Skype, Tiz. See you.
Yep. Caller, you're on the air.
Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. Hey, man, this is Shadow Demon 67. I'm watching the draft. I'm like, it's doing pretty good. I'm trying to figure out how Drift King's drafting, though, or drafting. I'm like, what the hell? Taking forever on some of them. I'm like, all right. Otherwise, I'm just trying to, like, wait.
Shadow, I scouted you last season, and I was hoping to pick you up, but Jimbo got you really early, and it really hurt. And I'm surprised you haven't gone yet, but maybe we'll see. With your radio call, we'll get you on a team here soon.
Well, the one reason I'm not drafted a lot is because I'm not really a scouting person. I don't show up to some scouting games sometimes. I'm always available for the games, but sometimes I just don't show up to scouting games. Yeah,
I don't know if you signed up for goalie or not, but I know you're a really superb goalie as well as a superb right wing. So anybody who hasn't picked up one of those two, did you sign up for goalie this year, Shadow?
This year I didn't sign up for goalie because when I signed up I was really bad at it. I started getting good. I wish I could sign up again, put my thing down as goalie, but I can't. So. Oh, well. Yeah,
well, you called in. We got your name out there on the radio show, and I think anybody that can grab you will be lucky to have you there, Shadow. Any other questions, guys, for Shadow?
No, but I do have some personal messages.
No, not for me.
What do you think?
What are these personal messages? I like to hear these.
Yeah, I got personal messages up on my thing. I got one from I'm Not Your Dead USMC saying, Daily, I love you.
That's Gunny. Gunny, my goalie from last year. And there's always that man love there, too. Gunny's a great guy.
Gunny's great.
I think there was something. I think he was going to ask you to marry him or something. He was emphatic about this message. He was sending me things like, tell him. Is this a like a bromance or something?
Well, I think everybody knows that my number one bromance is obviously Duke, of course, but I definitely have some side bromances that are of mention. One of them is Gunny, another being Hertz. EWTU, Eric and I have definitely some weird bromance stuff that we like to take care of. But I like to mix it up. But of course, Duke is my number one bromance. But I like to spread around the moose. So I got a lot of bromances around the league.
Yeah. All right, we got Dukington taking Chunky Feces there, 22, and Sir Snipe a lot, 22. So a lot of 22s on your team, Daly. And Taz taking Siegel there. So let's go to Daly here. What do you think?
Well, it looks like our team is finally rounded out. If I'm looking at it, it looks like it's going to be Agent J up front with Duke and Chunky Feces. And I like Chunky Feces, especially in this part of the draft. I mean, guy went, I think, in the second round last year. For him to fall this far, I mean, this is a steal, in my opinion. And it looks like Duke are me and Pat, playing blue together. So I'm excited to play with him, see how we work together. And then Sir Snipes a lot is going to be the tendy for this team. He's definitely solid. Played a couple against him when Duke was scouting, and he was really, really, really freaking solid. And I'm excited to play in front of him, and hopefully we can top him out of the blue.
All right, we got another call here. Caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi, this is Gunny.
Hey, Gunny, what's going on, buddy?
I heard you read my message online, and I just want to say that, Daly, I want to have your babies.
Well, Gunny, we'll work that out in close corridors. I can't do it on the air here. I don't want to make anybody jealous, you know.
I'm thinking you, me, and some baby oil, and perhaps a little love.
If I hear it puts the lotion on its skin any second, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Yeah, it's not Gunny, it's Mello. How you guys doing?
Good. Oh, that was a pretty good one there, Mel. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I just gonna say that. I just want to say that the radio show needs a little bit more tizzy laughing, and then it's gold.
Well, if there's anybody that can make me laugh, it'd be you, Gunny.
I appreciate it, guys. Oh, okay, I gotta go now. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks, Gunny, and thanks shout out to as well who's calling in. Thanks to all the callers, and we got a shout out here for Taco Sunday, apparently. So he wants to get drafted, good luck to him. And Taz taking Siegel. I know we brought up that a little while ago, but Siegel, a really good defenseman and forward. So good luck to him there on Taz. And Fair is picking, and there's another holdup for Fair, and he's taking Dicko 2 minutes 31 seconds later.
Oh man.
What a name, Dicko. I don't know how you say that name, but...
I think you got it. It's just funny hearing you say it.
Fair takes Dicko.
Oh, man. I'm going to have you send that to me as a text message so I can use it as a ringtone on my phone.
For 2 minutes and 31 seconds. All right.
Oh, my goodness. That drew. If that didn't draw the tizzy laugh, then I don't know what would. But I'm glad that I'm sure it's probably Dyko, or even I guess that isn't very good because Dyko, whatever. But I don't know. That's well. I'm glad that his name is awesome. No, Dicko. I've got confirmation. It's Dicko. That is the correct pronunciation of the name. And now Tizzy's laughing, and he can't stop.
Oh man, I'm crying.
And Tizzy lost it. He has lost it. So Dicko, thank you for having one of the most comical gamer tags of all time, because you've got Al McGraw pissing his pants. So that's always beautiful. So, oh man. All right. Well, let me take a look here. What are we still waiting on? Timeless up at the moment. Hopefully he doesn't pull a Drift King and take 9 years to, make a pick. So
I'm going to give some shout out to some guys I think that could possibly go late rounds. Like I know we had a season 11 MVP, Fallen Warrior. Also, a lot of people will say stuff about him, but he can be a very good player on your team. He can be a good team player as Buckeye Dude. Those two guys, they've been questionable borderline between MHL and MAHL. But I think they could do it if you asked them to. Get in a rate team, they could definitely be a good role player for your team. And also a shout out from Yeti Killa to the Mike Tyson's tattoo last season, winning his team winning the Antler Cup there. That's some of the private messages I got for people. And then we've got a pick of Timeless taking Satanas Blanco.
Yeah, Blanco, really solid two-way player, can play defense and play offense. So I think Timeless already took a defenseman, so he'd probably play forward. Gunny got a shout out, and now he's going to Bills there. So Bills is not playing goalie this season.
And you know what? That's a steal pick there at the end of the fourth round, because Gunny last year we had Thamps who had ended up getting a new job, had really sketchy availability, and he stepped up huge for us. Very, very good goalie, and I would have loved to keep him all year had Thamps not come back. I mean, he was so good. He was unbelievable. So I'm really happy to see Gunny get drafted and playing in front of those guys. I think he's going to have a really good year.
All right. Gunny, I play with him time and again, and he's a really good goalie, a really good locker room guy. Like I said, he can make me laugh. So he's just a really fun guy to have on your team. And what do you think, Evil?
There's a lot of captains I think are not getting their picks or are getting their picks, and I think Bills was smart in taking Gunny waiting this late to take him because he's a good player. I've played against him. He's a really good goaltender, and I think Bills was smart with this. I think he had this planned out.
Yeah, I mean, it's something good that you can be multiple positions in this league because if you can play goalie, you can wait. You can afford to wait, and if you can afford to wait for a good goalie late in the draft, and if you don't get him, he can always play goalie himself. So, it's just a really, really good strategy for him. And now we have Hi, My Name is Ed there in the 5th round on the clock here, and nothing yet.
He's having a Drift King moment. We'll call it that.
I find it funny how we have certain things that are associated with people in the league. Like you got the global raps, you've got all these other things, and now in the draft, when you go slow, it's going to become the Drift King timer. I mean... this is, there he goes, Scotty Main. I don't know really about this guy. Maybe you guys do. I'm really not familiar with Scotty Main. Have you guys played with him before?
I played with him a couple times, and he's a really good guy too. I like him a lot, and pretty good forward to steal here in the 5th round. And now we got Timeless coming up, and Farrer, then Taz, JJDM twice. So we'll see what happens there. But have you played with Scotty Main at all, Evil?
I think I may have played with him once or twice. I really can't remember. He's not sticking out of my mind as a early round pick guy or a guy who should go AHL. So I'm going to say he's probably picked where he should go. No offense to him. I don't know if I played with him. I think I may have, and he would think it was all right. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah. Some guys I like that are still on the board here. We got Agent Jack Bauer. We got Albright, a very good defenseman, still on the board, I think.
Guys returning like Hockey Mike. He's coming back. He was pretty
Mike,
good. He's coming back.
Bender is still on there. The guy doesn't talk, but he's a pretty decent forward. Let's see here. Who else we got? Corpsicle. A shout out to Corpsicle. I know he's looking for a shout out. A Buckeye dude. Looking for a shout out. Ira Fanny Pack. I think he was really underrated defenseman last season. Played for Barbecue, McGillis team there. I think he's a very, very good steal here in the 5th round defensively. And Joe 9692, nice pick there. Crazy Jigs, Matty K still on the board. He's a really solid goalie. I'm kind of surprised he's not up there, guys.
I think people are afraid to pick Matty K because of the Jason Blaze curse. So I think that's why he hasn't been picked yet. I mean, I know he's a pretty good goaltender. He has his lapse of moments, like most people do, where I think it's that attention thing. I think Matty K will go soon. I know there's tons of Clay still left. I know B. Kimba is trying to make a point to get mentioned. He's a pretty good player too. I like playing with him. I play a lot of. I played some scouting games with him. I think I filled in a couple times. He's pretty good too. And I see the Timeless just took Wade 1589. Yeah,
Wade I think played with on barbecue as well with McGill there. So two of the guys on the team getting picked there, and yeah, I mean there's a lot of good guys here. I mean Tired Tons of Clay 37 in a row. T. Delicious, the guy who got picked fairly early, Scribbles McNasty, Scotty 0516, solid defenseman. I think he was named defenseman of the year or something like that, and he's still not picked up. So,
yeah, Scotty's availability I think is a big reason for that. I know that he's got school and stuff like that, so there's going to be some periods where he's missing, but I had him season 10 when he was on the plugs with me, and he was a big reason we went as far as we did. So shout out for him. Hopefully he gets taken here.
And Rocco's not taken yet, and C League. I think he was on Disney on Ice. Was he or not? Or
who? Rocco?
C League.
C League, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of good guys still left. Rocco, I don't know. He had some sketchy availability in the seasons past, but it looks like he's cleared up now. So we'll see what happens there.
Oh wait, C League was on Falcor's team last year, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay,
yeah.
Yes, C League was on Valcor's team. It's still a very good defenseman. And now we see Farrah taking Sergeant Carson. Looks like my work here on the draft pool is paid off there for Farrah. And what do you think about that, Sergeant Carson, Daly?
I know that last year he had a lot of hype behind him. He's a good goalie. I don't think I actually played against him due to trades and stuff and scheduling. But yeah, I mean, from what I know, from what Hughes told me, he's a really, really solid player. He's a really good goalie. So the fact that he fell this far, I think this is a parent that is going to be playing for this year, and Carson's going to be between the pipes.
Well, I see Taz just made a pick of one and only C League.
All right.
There we
so
go.
another radio shout out going for C League there. So yeah, C League was in the Saney trade that moved them over there, and had a pretty good season there. Didn't make the playoffs, but it's still a good team nonetheless. Now JJ is on the clock. He has back-to-back picks here in the late rounds, and I think there's still a lot of good value here left, Evil.
Yeah, I mean JJ, he's a smart captain. I think now he's really seen who he can fill in. I know there's a lot of players still left. Like I think Yeti Killer's still available. Buddy H9's available. Utility players like one of my boys, Mikey Fish, 04. I think he was the offensive D-man in the AHL last year. There's a lot left, and I think JJ's got 2 picks to just go nuts and could sweep it up and make his team the team to go.
I'm getting a message here saying that JJ needs a goalie here, so maybe this is the time for Matty K to get picked. And there's quite a few goalies left. Like I said, Corpsicle played last season for Jimbo's team, and Holy Diver available. Jason Blaze available. Jason Blaze was on here. Maybe he should have called and get his name out there. And Matty K and a few other guys here must have fallen. Pittsburgh King and just a bunch of guys. So what do you think of the draft so far? Oh, it takes Tired Tons of Clay. So your shout out, Evil, pays off.
Yeah, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. I played with Tons of Clay before. He's a pretty solid goalie. I've for some seasons now, and JJ's a smart guy. He knows what he can do, and I think Clay's going to be a little bit of a steal. I think he could have gone a couple rounds higher, but good pick, JJ. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, Tara Tons of Clay was a tier 2 guy, I think, in my little polling team there, and good value there at number 5. So now JJ is on the clock for another one. What do you think, Daly?
I think he's going to clearly go forward here, round it out. The move itself makes sense because, well, I mean, you got Cam Iam and Johnny Five up front, so that that third forward just needs to kind of fit the system. So hopefully whatever forward he takes is just kind of that good role player, maybe a guy who likes to play out in front of the net. But, as far as I can tell, it's obvious that this pick's going to be a forward. It's just I have no idea what JJ's thinking, but his draft has gone really, really well thus far. So he'll make a pick here.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what JJ does here. Bender 79.
Oh yeah, Bender. Bender, a really quiet guy, doesn't talk at all, but he can definitely play forward. So we'll see how he does there on that team. And with those other forwards there with them, I don't think he'll have a problem fitting in there. And now we got Legion in the clock.
Yeah, JJ, who's a pretty quiet guy, and Bender together, it's going to be quiet. Ooh, Legion takes Gru 93. Guy I just played a couple games with the other night. That's a good pick. I question Legion's drafting techniques on his trading, but that's a good pick in the 5th round, Gru.
Now Sober is on the clock. I played Gru in a couple games there in the lobbies, and he's a pretty decent guy. Good pick there. And now Crazy Jig's going to Sober enough, and he's I don't know where he's going to play, but if he plays defense, I know that's a really solid pick for Sober there.
I just want to make one message out there. Flexible Pancake, I will not give a shout out to your cat. Okay? I will say this, JJ's cat over your cat any day. I think Ozzy Harbaugh could kick the crap out of Hobo. I'm just saying that. It'll be the first mixed martial arts for cats, but I think JJ's cat takes that one, just so you know.
And Drift King's on the clock, so we could be here for a while, folks. So, but Legion just takes Rocco 33. I know Rocco's done a lot of in the AHL and has a lot of success down there. So hopefully now he's getting a shot up here in the MHL. I hope he can show the kind of player he is and do big things. So hopefully luck to Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco.
And Drift King takes Matty K. So Matty K sweating it out, had a pretty rough season last year, but he's back again, this season. Drops all the way to round 5, almost the last pick of the draft. And, congrats to him. He's playing in front of a pretty good team that Drift King's put together. So, excuse me, good luck to Matty this season.
Yeah, I mean, Matty was a really good goalie, and I don't know. There was a lot of bad stigma around his name last season. I don't really know why, but the series that we played against him, I didn't see anything any cause for concern for Matty K. So I think he's a really steal this late in the draft. And now Fear's taking his buddy there, Sobia X Motion. And then Bill's taking Albright there. In the 5th round, that's a really great steal considering Kuzi was taking him in the 2nd or 3rd round in seasons past. So a really good pick there by Bill, who's putting together a great team.
That's the end of the MHL initial picks, isn't it? Now we're going to extra rounds?
Yep. Now this is round 6. Bills is on the clock. These are the extra guys. The backups and MHL players. So we're going to take a few minutes to get the draft sheet all ready and clear out some of the guys who are MHL only. So, what do you guys think so far? We got the teams ready here. Who do you think is the team to beat so far?
I gotta stick with JJ. I gotta stay with JJ's team. As far as all around, his team just seems to be the most rounded. Like I said, Cam and J5 up front. I really like that deep pair of Alcor and JJ. I think it could be probably the best deep pair we've seen in a while. As far as two guys, so that to me is going to be the team to beat, and I pretty much said that the whole draft. So, what do you think, there, Evil?
You know, I'm going to say it's JJ's team and Jay-Z's team. Those two together, I think JJ's got a little bit of a lead. I think he's got a little better rounded team, but I think it's going to be a race between them two.
All right, I'll say my team, but yeah, there's a lot of good teams. I like JJ's team. I like Drift's team. There's just too many teams out there. We got a caller here. Let's get this caller on the air. Hi, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, Tizzy? This is Scotty, man.
Scotty, man, how do you feel about getting drafted, buddy?
It feels pretty good. I mean, I played with you all day, and all you had to say was I was just a good two-way forward. What's up with that?
Hey,
no.
Go ahead. I play with you quite a bit in club, and I like you a lot. So you're a goal scorer. You're a two-way forward. You can do everything.
Yeah. At least I don't jump over pucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was brutal on offense today.
Yeah, you helped their offense off pretty good. But, it feels good to be drafted. I feel pretty good about my team. Feel really good. Me, slightly Luke up front, Mello and Ed on the back, and Assassin in net. Feeling pretty good.
All right, so, we were talking about who are the teams to beat. Who else, other than maybe your team, that you like in this draft?
I like Zamorsky's team, but the only reason why I say that is because my bromance Frosty's on that team, so I'm gonna have to slow him down a little bit. I'm not gonna let him get as many points as he got last year because of me, so I'm gonna have to slow him down.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good teams, and anything else you'd like to say, Scotty?
No, I just was hoping to see Buddy go, but he didn't go. But I was going to give him a shout-out, but it's over. So just looking forward to the new season.
Yeah, all right. Well, if you like to listen, you can listen. But you guys, Evil Daily, you have any questions for Scotty before we let him go?
Scotty, you were part of Mike Tyson's tattoo?
Yeah, yes.
Congratulations on your Antler Cup, then.
Thank you. Yeah, you already interviewed me, if you don't remember.
Yeah, I know. My brain doesn't work so well sometimes, but...
neither is mine.
When you go from MAHL to MHL, there's a little bit of a change. Are you expecting much change, or do you think you'll be confident going into the season with the team you have of you not missing a beat?
I won't miss a beat. I have the utmost confidence in my play. Like I said, I played with Mello, played with Ed today. I adapt very well. I play my game. I shouldn't see a problem at all.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Scotty. Good luck in the season, and thanks for calling us and giving a shout out to your team there.
All right, thanks.
All right, that was Scotty Main on there. We're gonna get this sixth round here going pretty soon. Here we have some names here to say they're removed from the draft pool. Jai Long and Lou Bowler and Joe 9692 and Lide. Lide is I can't believe he's not in there. Played really well defense and forward there. Lou Bowler, Norrisbrunn. I don't know. Maybe Daly, you can help me out here. Are these guys just going to the MHL draft, or are they MHL only?
I think Daly has bowed out of the show. I think he just snuck away. I'm not sure what's going on. I know we do have picks so far for the sixth round. If you want to start with that.
All right, why don't you go with that?
Okay, first pick in the 6th round, we got IR Fanny Pack going to Bills 39. We've got Agent Jack Bauer going to IR Fears in the second pick in the 6th round. That looks pretty good so far. I mean, those are both solid picks, guys you can call up. They'll be reliable.
Yeah, I thought those guys would go in the MHL. They're really solid picks, but those are even better call ups that you can have on your team too. So,
I'm surprised I haven't seen Scribbles go yet. I mean, I heard word that he was playing forward possibly this season, but I'm surprised he still didn't go. Because Scribs is a big name.
Yeah, I mean, I play club games with him, and people pigeonhole him as a defensive only, and they're criticized his forward play because he's such a good defenseman. I think that if you just forget about his defense, I think you'd find out that he's a pretty good forward too. So it's tough to see him drop, but it's the name. You got to get scouted. You got to put your name out there and hope for the best. And we'll see what happens. I like Agent Jack Bauer and I like IR Fanny Pack. Those are really good picks. And now we have Drift King on the clock. And 1 minute passed by already, and that's a no doubt right there, Evil.
Yeah, we've got the Drift King pause. I think he just wants to do it for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
He wants to just make everything dramatic. There's a lot of guys I'm surprised didn't go, and I know a lot of people get let down feeling like, I didn't get drafted in the first 5 rounds, and woe is me, but you know what? That doesn't mean anything. Guys like Derek GNR, who were drafted in the extra rounds, eventually got called up full time. It's not impossible, fam. Don't just give up because you're not getting picked in the first rounds. And if not, it just gives you a chance to make your bigger name in the AHL. Anybody who complains about playing in the minors has to, I don't even want to call it the minors. Anybody that complains about playing in the AHL, the MHL, just don't be emo about it. It's just as good. The family's just as good. It's not going to change anything. And we've got 2 quick picks, it looks like. We got Drift King taking TD Licious and Jay-Z taking B. Kimba.
Yeah, both really good guys. Played really well last season. And, again, I really can't believe that these guys are here. But, there's been so much talent taken in the MHL draft, so it's just with all that talent up high, it's just you got to see some names drop, and unfortunately, it's T Delicious and B Kemba. But I completely agree with you, Evil. Just because you're drafted in these extra rounds doesn't mean that you're not going to play MHL. It's just I was drafted in the MHL. My was it season 9, I believe, or season 8, something like that. From Jets Killer's team, and honestly, I really enjoyed playing for Jets Killer on that team, and things worked in a way where I got traded to the MHL, to Scotty's team, and I became a part of the MHL. So it's just you just gotta, if you're one of those guys who really want to play in the MHL, you just gotta sometimes just go where your road takes you, and just hang on,
we got more picks. We got USSR Sniper going to Sober. We've also got my boy Mikey Fish going to Legion. Both solid picks. Sniper's game has changed a little bit in the past couple seasons. When I first came in, he was a pretty good 2-way. He's gotten a little more offensive, but still a good pick. Mikey Fish, he was gone for the summer. Seasons he plays, he works a lot during the summer just like I do, but I think he won the Offensive D-Man Award in the AHL, and he's coming on strong. Both very good picks. And then we've got Duke taking Upshaw for MVP, another one of my boys. A good 2-way center. Very good. What do you got there?
Yeah, I agree with you. USSR Sniper, really good pick there, and Mikey Fish as well. And now we got Upshaw, and As I Lay in Flames. I believe it was Lowen saying how underrated this guy was defensively, and JJ recognizing that, and now he's going there. And Upshaw, a guy I thought would go in the MHL, but fell to Duke there, and is a really solid pick.
Yeah, Upshaw is a good. He plays a good system type of game. Some people don't like it, some people do. He finds the right team, he can really tear it up. That's a good pick, and I don't know as I lay in flames JJ's pick, so I can't say much about that. And I see Scribbles has gone. Round 6, pick 9 to Taz.
Yeah, I mean, he's like I said, he's just underrated as a forward because of how good he is defensively. So, good pick there by Taz. And some people, like I said, some people like Lide, they just chose not to play. People who have never tried the MHL really should just at least try it, for one season. If you don't like it, then you don't have to play anymore. But if you just brush it off, it's just I don't know. I can't disagree with you more. What do you think, Evil?
I'll tell you this. I was in the first season of the AHL. I was drafted the next season to the AHL, and I'll tell you this: if anybody says that they're too good for the AHL, that you're an elite player and you are that good that you deserve to only be in the MHL, then you don't get picked. Who's right then? Nobody's too good for the AHL. You know what? If you don't get drafted at all and you go to waivers, then you can say something. But nobody is. I don't care if you're JZ, J5, anybody. If you get drafted where you get drafted. If it's not the captain's fault, it's your fault. Be man and prove that you're good for the MHL. Don't just run away. That's the way to put it. I mean, I don't want to be harsh to anybody. I can get along with a lot of people and I'm easygoing, but that just bothers me. Just you want to be a part of the Moose. If you think you're that much better, prove it.
Yeah, exactly. If you play well, people are going to see that and respect that, and then you'll get to play what you play where you deserve to play. That's all it is. The truth will shine eventually.
Yeah, everybody thinks they're a first-round pick. Everybody thinks they are. If you don't, you have some serious issues and you need to see a doctor, because everybody should be confident in themselves. But you know what? You also got to be realistic and realize that you go where you're going to get drafted, and whether it's your talent or if you didn't play enough scouting games, or maybe you just didn't even line up with the right captains to get scouted by, it happens. But prove your worth. These guys that are getting drafted in the extra rounds, they'll play some MHL games, and they can prove themselves. And it's still the MHL. So, no room to complain.
All right.
Let's see what we got going on here. Still no picks. Ferrer is on the clock. Looks like he's taking his time. He's pulling the drift. He's pulling the Drift King minute.
I'll take a look here on the sheet here and see who's left here. Oh my God, Scotty is still on the board there. Are you kidding me?
Which Scotty?
Scotty 0516. Is he still there?
Yeah, I heard he's got some severe issues with availability. Am I wrong on that?
I'm not sure. I'm going to look at that right now, but he says out till December 16th, and then also out after January 19th. So, yeah, there's some issues there, but certainly at this stage, you can afford to have him as your backup, right? I mean,
yeah, and I've got nothing against Scotty, but if there's somebody of his talent but has better availability, they're going to go before him, and that's just the thing, So I think he's going to go in the extra rounds here before, he's going to go in today's draft. I just don't know how high with that availability.
Yeah, and we still have some great players here left. We got 37 in a row. Shadow Demon who called in, and sorry, I mixed up Shadow Selena with Shadow Demon. I'm sorry about that, but and NHL Kid who got rated pretty high with the voting there. Must Have Fallen, Jets Killer, Johnny Blaze, Jason Blaze. If you're looking for a backup goalie, Jason Blaze is still there. I know he had some controversy with his name, but I think he's still a decent goalie. Holy Diver, Hollywood Bob, a bunch of veterans, and Fallen Warrior and DR. Corpsicle, I'll give him another shout out.
Yeah, Fallen Warrior was kind of a surprise for me going this far low. I know he's Goofy's brother and all, and people want to put that stigma with him, which I think is completely wrong. You know,
yeah.
I know personally, my brother is a moron, but I'm not. So, you know, you can't. If we all were judged upon our siblings, I'm sure a lot of us would be up a deep pile of crap. So let's not judge anybody on that. Yeah, guys like Fallen Warrior, Buckeye Dude still hasn't gone.
Yes, I mean, Buckeye Dude, this guy, he's trying so hard to get in the MHL, but nobody wants to take him for some reason. I feel so bad for him because he is a really good guy and he's trying really hard, and I'm hoping one season he goes in the MHL.
He was an extra round pick for my team, Super Smash Brothers, last season, and don't get me wrong, fellas. He can absolutely come up and play as good. He can you know, people will put that, again, another thing with the stigma of who he is and his name, you know. That thing happened with Yam, and guess what? He straightened himself out. His mouth flares up once in a rare while now, but he's learned his lesson, and he's a good, solid extra round pick. That is no doubt in my mind.
All right, we got Sober taking DD35 MPH. The guy, he's a really solid goalie. I played a couple of games with him, and really underrated at this point. And can do. He's a utility player, signed up pretty much for everything, I think. So good pick there by Sober. And Farrah now is on the clock. Farrah, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know if you said it. I don't know which way you said it.
All right, Fallen Warrior finally taking 1 minute and 42 seconds.
It's not the longest pick, but that's a good pick. Fallen Warrior's a good pick. Farrah, that, you know, me and Farrah have had our things towards each other from one season, but Farrah, that was a good pick. You know, Fallen Warrior's a good two-way player. He's not like Goofy at all in the way he plays. That's a good pick. And looks like next is Timeless on the clock, who's been making pretty well-timed picks. So hopefully it won't be a fairer timing or Drift King timer going here. We're getting down to later rounds, man. But back to that pick with DD 35 miles per hour. He was a replacement pick for USSR Sniper. I don't know if you stated that. Because Sniper, I think, is AHL only.
Oh, okay.
And I think he was wrong on the draft sheet, I think. Yeah, that's what it was. So that was a replacement pick. So that's a pretty good replacement. I mean, USSR Sniper evidently is AHL only, guys. So that's a replacement pick from the earlier rounds.
Yeah, I mean, he's a really good goaltender. So I know maybe he got duped out of Sniper, but that's still a really good pick. Now we have a Timeless on the clock for number 11 here in the 6th round, and he takes Chaos Samurai V. So a pretty good center there, going to Timeless. What do you think about Chaos Evil?
I haven't played much with him. I know he's a pretty good player. I've heard a lot about it. I've heard some words about him. I don't want to say a lot, but I've heard some things about him. People seem to like him as a player, so that's a pretty good pick. And then finally, in this 12th pick, Buckeye Dude going to Hi, My Name is Ed. And then right after, your shout out Corpsicle goes to Hi, My Name is Ed. Our 2 picks going to the next 2 picks.
All right. Finally, Corpsicle gets taken. Good guy there, Buckeye. Both guys who try really hard to get in the MHL. Hopefully they'll get in. Well, you know, at least get drafted in the MHL. I know Corpsicle made it on in other ways, but nonetheless, he's in there. Now Timeless is on the clock here in round 7, pick number 2, and a guy I really like, Jason. I like Jason Blaze too, but I was gonna say Johnny Blaze.
Yeah. No, I'm
really
a fan of Johnny Blaze.
Really good center and defenseman. I love Johnny Blaze as a center, and he can play both positions, and I think he'd be a really good utility call up for anybody. Who do you like still here, Evil, in this draft pool?
You know, honestly, I don't have the draft pool up anymore. But now that USSR is AHL only, that's gonna be tough. I mean, there's Buddy H9, I think, is still out there. Who else is still out there? I'm trying to remember.
Tip City dude, his name is Skydive61 now, is available. Taco Sunday, who we gave a shout out before, 37 in a row. The Wallace played really good defense for me. So, and now we got Timeless taking Darkstorm. What the hell is that?
That is not me. Who's on the show with us?
All right, Darkstorm going to Timeless, and Farrah taking Scotty 0516. So Farrah's has a keen ear for the radio show. So yeah, both good picks. What do you think, Evil?
All right, yeah, Scotty's a good pick. You know, as I said, you know, he was kind of forced. He forced Captain Sands to take him in the later rounds because of his availability. And Timeless taking Darkstorm. I don't know much about Darkstorm. I've heard a little bit about him. But I don't know much about him, so I don't want to make a comment in one way or another just to fill up time here. But I know Scotty. You know, he's going to be a good call for Farrah when he needs him. You know, that's as long as he's around. That's the thing. Yeah. You know, if you limit captains to what you can be playing, you're going to limit to what you can be picked at.
Yeah, exactly. It's tough, but you know, if you have availability issues, it's good to at least get them out there, because if you're a guy who doesn't post your availability, you could get kicked out of the league too. So you definitely don't want to do that. And let me give the phone out there. We've had a lot of draft picks here, and if you want to give a shout out to your captain or to your team or something, I'll give you the phone number: 1-646-381-4907. Give us a call. Captains are going to be struggling in these late rounds, so we're going to have lots of time.
Yeah, call in, make your case, man. Let's see if you can, call on a Moose Radio. See if you can get yourself picked, because getting your voice out there. This is scouting by attitude now. If you played your games, you got to make sure that your attitude's there. Even though he didn't make the MHL, Buckeye dude, like you said, he's got a good work ethic. He's been working very hard to try to make the MHL, and it's sad that he didn't get to make the solid MHL lineup. He did make the extra rounds. So call in, make your plea. Send me a private message on the chat room. I'm right there. I'm simple. It's just Evil in the chat room. Let me know what you got. See what you guys
we
have
also
to say.
have the Skype button there in the Blog Talk Radio. You hit that, and it's free. And so if you have Skype, give us a call on that. And now we got Taz on the clock here, taking his time. It's been 2 minutes already. So and now we got Taz taking High Flyer. Utility player. I haven't seen him play, but have you seen him, Evil?
I think I was playing with him last night or night before. I think he was playing goalie. I might be thinking of the wrong guy, but and I might be. But I know that name, and I know I've seen him before, and I remember thinking he was pretty good. So I'm not going to make comments that he's AHL caliber, because I think he was pretty good when I played with him, or I think I heard about him. I think he was pretty good.
All right. Well, either way, he's pretty much listed everything as preferred, and I hate those guys as a captain, because you don't know where to put him when you draft him. But we'll see. As a call up, it's great, because then you can fill in wherever. But then we'll see. Good luck to Taz. Good luck to High Flyer on that pick.
I just got a private message. I just got a private message. Jets Killer saying, "What about Jets Killer?"
Well, yeah, what about Jets Killer? Unfortunately for Jets, he didn't get the MHL draft pick, but he's definitely a guy who can play a little bit of everything. Maybe not goalie, but he's a willing guy to go anywhere, and he's a really good guy too. So shout out for Jets Killer. And we see your shout-out, Crazy Yeti Killer, not getting picked up yet. What's up with that?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of, I know you have to get along with people, and that's the thing, like with Jets Killer and Yeti Killer. I mean, you not only do you have to have a certain aspect to your game, like scoring and playing defense and all that, there's that locker room presence that you got to have, and some guys have it. They may not be the greatest players in the world. Now, I know, me personally, I'm not the greatest defenseman in the world, but I think I have a pretty good locker room presence, and it's gotten me as far up as the third round. So, some of these guys could earn their spot in the MHL extra rounds here, like Yeti Killer and Jets Killer. These. I mean, I don't know what it is with the Killer thing. Maybe people are afraid of their names, pussies.
They just have anger issues, I guess. And now we got Dukington picking up Jason Blaze finally. We got Johnny Blaze and Jason Blaze back to back. Who would have thought that? Both good guys getting the pick here.
My chat room must have froze. I don't see that.
Yep, the Shadow here, Shadow Demon 67.
Oh, there it is.
And then Human Typhoon here. So we got a couple quick picks here back to back.
Yeah. JJ taking Johnny Blaze. He was probably listening in. I know JJ is a smart man. He was probably listening to us smart men here on the radio. And same thing with Duke. The Blaze not so twins going back to back. Good picks, good call ups. And Shadow Demon just calling in before. All solid picks for the extra rounds. You can't knock any of them. There's, these guys, good locker room presence. They have skill. Good picks.
Yeah, I mean, another guy here, Tip City dude, plays pretty much everywhere except goalie. Crazy Bet, I played with him a little bit. He's a winger and willing defenseman. He's not that bad. And Pittsburgh King played a little bit of everything. A lot of good players left. Wallace. 37 in a row. I can't believe he's down here.
Yeah.
He's a guy who was an MHL captain. Now he's down here, but we'll see. There's so much talent here in the MHL, and now when you make the teams 12 teams, we were 14 teams last season. Now we're 12, and some of the talent's got to drop, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, see, my draft room was going really slow. I just saw the picks for Human Typhoon and Crazy Bad. Did you just get those two, or is my room running slow?
Yeah. Now Crazy Bad going to Jason Worski.
That's a good pick.
Listening to me, and I played a little bit with him. Not much to say, but he played pretty well. And Drift King taking NHL Kid, record time, 24 seconds.
Drift King must have drank a Red Bull in between the drafts. Look at him go, 24 seconds. Human Typhoon, a pretty good goaltender. For the extra rounds, he's a good late pick. Crazy Bad, he's a pretty good scorer, very good pick. NHL Kid, I don't know much of. I think I played with him once or twice. He seemed like a pretty good late round pick too.
I know he plays a lot with McGill. I don't know. I haven't played with him that much, but this seems like a good pick if he's playing with McGill. And Vane Harvest going to IR Fears was pretty high on my list for defensemen there. Not pretty high, but he was up there. So good pick there for IR Fears.
Yeah. IR Fears is drafting pretty smart, especially for a first-time MHL captain. I know he was an MAHL captain, and he did pretty good. And he's following the steps of JJ, which is not a bad way to go. And Vane Harvest is a good late pick. And now we wait for Bills to pick.
37's playing forward. That's why. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, 37 playing forward now, and that's kind of why he's dropping. But
well, you're psychic because 37 just went.
All right.
He literally just went. Bill's taking 37 in a row with the last pick around 7. Man, I'm feeling like we should be people's press agents here, people's PR. We're mentioning them when they're getting picked. So if you people got something to say, you guys in the extra round, let us know. We'll get you on the air. 37 in a row. I remember him from a couple seasons ago. He was really good. And look, there's my guy, Crazy Yeti Killer. This is
I can't believe Yeti is this late too. So many guys are so talented. Now Brady Boy going to IR Fears.
I played with him. He's a really solid defenseman.
I haven't played much with him, but if you say so, I'll believe you.
He plays a style very similar to mine. He's a good pass lane blocker. He's good in front of the net, clears a lot of pucks. That was a good choice by our figures in late round. That's a stat. That one, if he has to call him up, he'll be like a Derek pick. He'll steal one for you. That was a good one. I'm not going to knock that one at all.
All right. Well, we don't have a lot of people left here. We got Bodie. We got D. Batista, DR 1620, Hockey Mike, Hollywood Bob, Holy Diver, Pantalone, the Prentinelli, I don't know how to say his name, Just Killer, John 18B, LBJ Backstabber, not a LeBron James fan, I guess, Must Have Fallen, Pittsburgh King, Tip City Dude, Skydive 61, that's his name, Taco Sunday, The Wallace, Topless, and Bing Man. And Bing Man, I wish you would just stop entering my party and then leaving right away. I wish you would say something when he at least enters my party, like hello, or maybe a giggle. Maybe I giggle so much for other people that maybe he can giggle for some other people.
Look, if you want the guy that can come in and out of parties so fast you don't even see the notifications, Vin Mang is your guy to pick. We see Drift King taking Hollywood Bob. 42 seconds nonetheless. He's going for speed now. And then Pittsburgh Kid going to Jay Zamorsky. Very good picks. I don't know much about them except for what I've heard around the league. Both good picks. I'm kind of surprised with some of the guys I haven't gone yet myself, but both good picks.
Yeah, I don't think there's a bad guy on this list here. So, Tip City Dude going finally.
Tip City, what I see, one of the original MHL members.
Yeah, he's been around forever. He had some availability issues early back, but I think he's cleared up now and he can play. So now Must Have Fallen up here. Must Have Fallen. If you like a guy who talks a lot, he's your guy.
I'm saying that next, somebody like with the MHL experience, like Hockey Mike, should probably go next. Or soon. He's a guy I don't think that should drop to AHL. People will talk stuff sometimes saying he cherry picks. I haven't seen that so much. He's a good pick. There's other good names up there. And I'd like to see guys like with experience go, and some guys who aren't experienced go too. But I think people like. I think hear Taco Sunday's getting a lot of word. McKay 27, Hockey Mike again, DR 1620 is one of my boys. He's a good locker room guy. He's a pretty good defenseman too.
I don't know what to say. Holy Diver, who got called up as a defenseman, played really good as defense. So I know some people don't like him as a goalie, but he is a pretty good defenseman there.
And Dukington himself takes the Wallace.
The Wallace is a really good guy too. I played with him the other day. Can play defense. I haven't seen him much offensively, but he's friends with Stealth Luka, Lebunskis, all those guys. He has to play pretty well if he's playing with those kinds of guys. So.
Yeah, your style has to kind of match the guys with the players you keep. So, I don't know him very well, but from what you're saying, he sounds like he's a pretty good player. So Duke is looks like he's drafting pretty smart. JJ's on the clock here, 8th pick, round 8. I hope JJ hasn't fallen asleep yet. But no, it's pretty solid picks. The extra rounds are going pretty smoothly. It seems like people are picking. They're not just picking names. They're picking people that'll fill positions that they know might get voided by some availability issues in their draft.
As a captain, you just want to make sure you have maybe a defenseman, a forward, and a goalie. That way, you have somebody that you need to call up. You just, you can call a position that you need.
Well, last year you were a captain, and any of the guys in the extra rounds play some really good games for you. Did anybody really stand out?
Sobi Irefears played forward for me. Played really well. We even used him in the last game of the finals because Bender left. But he's a really good player. He played with me. Got called up quite a bit, and maybe Sniper didn't like me for that because with this elementary cows, but he played really well. And D-Mitch, a really good defenseman, played for me. He's a captain this season, and he did very well call up. And I didn't. Jets Killer was a call up for me. I didn't get to use him, but he was always there. He was always online, and he was available. And I really appreciate that. He was always around. So you want a guy who's a rock there, always going to be for you to pick up Jets Killer there.
Okay, well, we've got Holy Diver going to JJDM and Hockey Mike 44 going to Taz. Do we have a caller?
Oh, my God. I did not see that caller. Oh, man. I'm going to get hit for this, man. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Dizzy. Sniper.
Oh, man. Sorry about that. I got lost.
Who is this caller?
I'm trying to get in here. This is USSR Sniper.
Oh, Sniper, what's going on, man?
Oh, speak of the devil.
Well, wait. Before we get into this story, because I know it's going to be a story with you, just want to let everybody know Ferrer took Bodie 16-16 with his pick. So, Sniper, what's up? What's your story?
Not much, man. Just calling in just to see what's going on. I missed actually most of the draft today. I was stuck at work, but I just got home.
So, what's the deal with your availability or your draft choice? Because I noticed that you were picked and then swapped out as a pick. What's the story?
Oh, yeah. Well, basically, I was an AHL captain last year, and I know how much players getting called up basically sucks. So, basically, if I went AHL, I didn't want to have to put my captain through losing. I would probably think I would go kind of higher in the AHL, a high-round pick for the season. I know how that is because I had Kale get called up on me. He was my second-round pick. So, I didn't want another captain to have to go kind of through that kind of thing.
So you did it more as a favor to the captain that you didn't want to be called up and screwing them on the AHL level. Yeah,
because, I've AHL captain twice, and both times I kind of got screwed. One time Goofy was calling up half my team.
Well, it's rough. When you have guys on your team, they like to go do other things, or maybe they flake on you. You got to call somebody up, but I honestly, I'd love it as an MHL captain if everyone played every single game, but unfortunately that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen. So whoever picks you is going to be very lucky that you're MHL only now. So they'll get you the whole season.
Yeah, I know you had Fears as your call up, and you barely had to call him up, which helped a lot because, when he wasn't there, my team definitely suffered for it. But, when he was there, it was definitely he's a difference maker on forward, defense, goalie, wherever you want to put him.
Yeah, you guys went on that playoff run, so you guys did pretty well with and without him. So, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, we got some picks real quick. We've got Timeless taking Taco Sunday, and Hi, my name is Ed taking Jets Killer.
All right, so Jets Killer finally going.
Yeah, both good. I don't know Taco Sunday that well. I know he was getting some shout-outs from some players, so he's building a pretty decent reputation. And Jets Killer, everybody knows him. If you don't, then I don't know if you want to. No, I'm just kidding. Now, Jets Killer's a good locker room guy. He can play many positions. So
yeah, he just lucked out. I think that was the last pick of the draft. I believe that's it, right? So good luck to everybody in the draft here.
Well, there are some teams that are really going to make a splash. I think JJ's team, Jay-Z's team. The one I want to see, you know what? People will talk smack, but I actually want to see. I don't want to see him do too good because then his head will swell even more. But I want to see people like Legion get somewhere with what his drafting is and just surprise people. I think that'll be pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want anyone to lose every single one of their games. You want them to win games. And Legion, I really hope he's been a captain a couple times and it hasn't been well for him. And hopefully that he does pretty well. Maybe makes the playoffs. He's got an ice cream truck and Sacred and Rocco. I love Rocco, man. He's one of my favorite people. So I want to see them do good, and just a lot of good teams here. Sober has a good team. I like Timeless's team, and I have Fears with a good team. Just everybody has a really good team, and somebody unfortunately is going to have to lose, and that's just the way it is, right?
Yeah, it's going to happen. Now that the draft is over, we'll be talking. We got the AHL draft coming up. Sniper, you still there?
Yeah, man.
What do you're going now to AHL only, correct?
Yep.
Where do you think you're going? I mean, you can vote up your own confidence. You think you're a top 5 pick?
Yeah, I think I probably would go top 5. I'd say.
Nice.
I mean, I don't know exactly who's on the board, but I'm pretty confident that I'll be a higher AHL pick.
Now, do you? I don't know, but last I knew there was still going to be MAHL to MHL drafting, isn't there? I mean, trading. Or will we stop that entirely? Because if that's still available, are you going to try to bid your case to make it to just the MHL on a trade? You're going to try to plead your case to a few captains?
I'm not sure if you could do that if you're MHL only. I think you're stuck in the MHL.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not down with all the little rules like that. I'm not a captain yet, so.
Well. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I think Sniper, if he's not number 1 overall, I think he'll go number 2. So, he's definitely a solid player, and he's going to be there all season. So, it's tough to find one of those. Tough to find a guy with his talent. And going to be there all season, so it's going to be. I think he's going to be at least a top 5, if not higher. So we'll see what happens here in the MAHL draft. But like I said, I like all the teams, and we got 5 minutes left. So I don't know. You guys want to talk anything else? Any other thoughts?
Sniper, you got any shout outs?
Just a shout out to any of the people I've been on my teams with, like I don't know, Ice Cream Truck, Pony, Fears, just everyone that I've ever drafted before. Good luck to all you guys who got drafted MHL.
Nice. Well, Tiz, I think we're going to call it a show. It was a good draft, like you said. Good picks, good solid picks. I didn't see many people drafting just friends. I think people were now getting a lot of captains and new captains and old captains being wise to picking good teams. I think it was a good draft. I enjoyed doing the show with you. Okay, looking forward to the MAHL draft. And congratulations to all the picks. You guys all deserve it. I can't wait to start the season.
Yeah, a really good draft. I enjoyed doing the draft show with you guys and Daly, even though he left a little bit early. But thanks for Daly, and thanks to all the guys who called in. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it, and good luck to all the people in the draft and in the Moose this season. So. All right, this is Al McGraw or Octizzi here with Evolution or Morgan. But signing out here at the Moose draft.